EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Primetime. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Rolling to the left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. The motion man here is Mitchell. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. He'll get about 2. Chad Muma there to bring him down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Now he'll air one out. He's got it. Will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown, Ravens. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught. It's the tight end, Mason Taylor. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
First down.
Give up the middle with Hall. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Taylor. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. Forced to his right. Now a deep ball from Mitchell. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And he'll be taken down. They've got it. Back at the 50-yard line. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Forced out left. Throw across his body is complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it on in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Jets will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
No, we changed it. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. Complete, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Jets' 42-yard line.
To the air one more time with Jackson. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. 12 yards. On that hookup. Good for a Raven 1st down. Again, it's Jackson. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Jackson up top again. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Jackson looking to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Max Crosby. In there to drop one. That's a huge loss on 1st and goal.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
2nd down, Jackson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that Causes the incomplete, and that's going to bring up third and real long. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 17-yard line.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll swing this one out to Hall. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath for Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pick up there of 13. Good for a Jets first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jets.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping to his left. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner. I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Flush to his right. And this ball incomplete on third down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Baltimore. The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens will get out in front, 17-7.
Jets 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll lead to a second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Talk things over before third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. That's down the field and intercepted. Be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now he'll run. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. Now it's second and 1. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second rounder. They're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they forced a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. Now it's Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll stop with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Jackson going to keep this one himself. Give him 14 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go. You can see why.
DC ready? It changes.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
No, we changed it. No. 13, go ahead.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. The extra point is good. And the Ravens up their lead. It's now 24-7. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
To throw here to begin the drive. Headed left, buying time.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 9. Back to the air one more time. Exiting the pocket right. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain. And
he's in. Arian Smith, touchdown, New York. It's his third touchdown of the year. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Jets back within 10. It's now 24-14.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got a lot of heads, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
All the folks in here, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't playing me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm only legal business.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hey, 13. You change it. Shut up.
On first and 10, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be raked out of bounds after a gain of 6.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
That's good. Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, report. You are X.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 27 yards.
That's another.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
We change it. Get ready. Get up.
A quick throw. The RPO is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
No, we change it. Cut.
Again, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Yo. You are X.
A design run here with Jackson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
Jets 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's when the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
It's 2nd down.
They'll throw out of the gun. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Yards on the play. And the Jets first down.
So, 3 quarters
First and 10
now
at the
in the books.
37-yard line.
And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. On the run to the right. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. 23 yards on that pass play, and the Jets have a first down.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught left side by Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5. From the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. He'll swing this one out to Hall. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Jets first down.
He'll drop to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens.
promising drive, Mike, just a really disappointing end. I mean, everything was going so well. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection, and then he just gets a little too aggressive with the decision-making, and it can turn around in a snap.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
And leads to 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. And the Jets have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught to the goal line. And in, Arian Smith, touchdown, New York. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Shot.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Caleb Jason. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. That's caught, It's the tight end, Andrews. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy of where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Throwing Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Taylor, the tight end. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Mark him down right at the 10-yard line. Now, 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
2nd and goal at the Ravens 7-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And he'll take it on in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Jets 28.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
After playing pretty well the first 3 quarters, found themselves nursing a lead. It's a bad time to get the turnover bug here, Mike. I mean, that's twice now in the 4th quarter. They've turned the ball over, and instead of being prime position to close this game out, they're fighting for their lives.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one taken in by Mitchell. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They have 2 timeouts, but not much time. Down 2 scores as we get to 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, wide open, that's Taylor. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Here is 1st and goal. Rolling right. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
The pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
13. You. Hey, middle.
Out of his end zone, Jackson. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Nice shot. Report. What that is? Nice shot.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down.
Nice shot.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will get the 1st down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey. Nice shot.
To the right side, this is McCaffrey.